Oh, that's Thomas. He was following around before he left the cannery.
So I like how that works out. I stream, and I only really have like two, three, four people watch me live at varying times. Hilariously, I can never get y'all together like at the same time because there's like so few of y'all. The other day, I had Big Tim watching one of my live streams. That was awesome. Unfortunately, anyway, so I was like, I see metal for breakfast. GG. Let me turn on my fucking microphone. I was just about to smoke some weed, anyways. It doesn't really matter. I was gonna end the stream and be like, fuck it and smoke, and then come back, watch TV, then turn it back on. But like, why not just like talk and bullshit? Maybe play a little bit of this game. Call myself a Christian. I think God decides who are. I think God decides who the Christians are by their behavior. Ooh, someone has that completely wrong. It is not by your works that you are saved. You're judged by your works, and that's what's so confusing. When people read the Bible, or they go to church, or they hear it from a priest or a pastor, it is a very confusing concept. But when we get into the New Testament, me too, time to get high and have a beer. Look, bro, I actually have beer today, so cheers. Let me just say what I'm saying because I'm saying this because I got a comment on Discord from And I don't mind other people's version of Christianity, zero censor. But I think he has a different version of Christianity than I do, which is fine. It's not that bad. It's really not that bad. But, however, he just missing a couple things, as most Christians typically are, until they can figure out um, a meaning beyond the definition of the true meaning. We all want to say, well, I know the true meaning, Well, okay. However, to sit there and say that what he said in that comment, fundamentally, I would disagree based on my knowledge of Scripture. See, that's how you got to phrase that. That's where you need to go with that. Hold on, I'm going outside, so if you lose me, my bad. I got to smoke. I'll just keep talking anyways. Fuck it, I don't care. I think I'll be alright right here. Like, pretty much at the gate is the limit of the Wi-Fi with the door shut, so. Oh, I should have bring my phone with me. Hold on, let's get smart real quick. Let's bring our phone with us so we're not a complete asshole. So that I can see if the stream at least still works or whatever. Fuck it. Alright, let me find this. I was actually like in here as one of my other channels. But yes, so it's a personal understanding, it's a personal relationship, it's a personal walk with Christ, right? It's a personal understanding. Alright, yeah, you can hear me at this distance, so just ranting, having a beer, having a smoke. So to sit here and say that God chooses who the true Christians are based on their actions, I have to disagree with that and say that's a fundamentally incorrect. That's an incorrect statement. Damn, there's flies all over my property now because this puppy and the puppy shit. And even though I've been throwing it away, there's still a fucking gang of flies, man. So I had to get some fly traps. I'll just hire some landscapers to like trim everything down, get all the, get all the flower, get everything, weed whack, get the trees, everything, stuff that I should be doing myself. But fuck it, I'll just have some Mexicans do it. Cheers. Typically, when you're a Mexican, it don't cost that much, so. Yeah, you've been doing yard work. I'm over here talking about how I'm not going to do it. I need to do yard work, Metal. Basically, my house is right there on the cusp, where I either do it all myself, save the money, sweat, get down, or I just pay the Mexicans to do it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm probably looking at $300 to $1,000 to get all of it done. If I want all of it, I don't want all of it done. I just want them to do some basic shit, maybe just weed whack and mow, and then I'll hit up my trees myself. You know what I mean? Because that's usually what costs you the most. The motherfuckers try and charge you a fucking grip for just trimming a tree up. Don't even really matter what kind of tree. But if it's big, they want like $200, $300 to take away like a fallen branch, like an olive tree branch. It's a pretty sizable, you know what I mean? That could run you back 300 fucking ducats. Odyssey, Discord's all good, you know what I mean? It's good for what it's good for. It might be an oxymoron there, but like a butterface. Everything's good about this bitch but her face. But are you gonna still fuck her? Especially if she lets me fuck her in the butt. I don't see why not. That's Discord. She's almost got everything. She's got a banging body. She doesn't cheat. She's loyal. She cooks, cleans, and sucks cock. But that face of hers. Cheers. About a little cheers on that one, because I'm drinking Budweiser, so I'm in one of those moods. You ever get one of those poor man moods? Where you're just like, fuck, I'm tired of being working poor. I just want to cheat on my wife with a bad bitch from Vegas. I don't care if she costs $1,000. I just want her to be the baddest bitch in the world that I could never get in my life. But that $1,000, what could you spend with that? Y'all see, inflation is killing everyone on everything, and it's hurting me. It's finally to the point where I'm like, fuck, how come I don't have enough money on 420. I had enough money on 420 to have one joint, and now I'm basically vaping the the leftovers on all my vape pens and shit, trying to catch a buzz. I got 3 tall boys that'll help me get there, but there's gonna be a shitty buzz. I'm gonna pass out drunk and shit probably before my wife and kids get home. I'll put the dog in the kennel next to me. At least the dog will like that. And I don't know, wake up, do some Uber Eats driving, which I deleted the app today. I'm not doing that shit no more. It's just not worth it. They purposely like fuck with you with your tips to where you don't really get them until you log out of the app to kind of get you to log back in, even though it could be like right away. I'm just sick of doing Uber Eats. I just quit it. I said I'm not doing that no more. It's just not it's just not worth my time. And in order to make money to do any kind of Uber job, even if you're doing regular Uber, you have to commit. You have to do like a long period of time. That's not what I want. I just want like a little part-time job. Um, so I've got Instacart, which I've made money with in the past. I just don't really like grocery shopping. It's something that I like to do when I have money. And then what I do is I typically buy something for myself, like beer, chicken, rice, something big, something that might keep while I just drop off their food real quick, and I just do like the one order. Again, that's like when I have money. And I know I'm gonna not really go to the grocery store to buy groceries, but I know like buying beer or something or like dinner for my family might be cheaper going to the grocery store. I might go Instacart driving at noon on my day off, get dinner or beer for myself from there, and then get someone else's Instacart order, and that's like $20 or $50, just depends. But you can, the most I've ever made is $60 on one drop. Now that was decent because all they wanted was a few fucking bottles of liquor. They wanted it from Bevmo or whatever. It was like 2 or 3 bottles of liquor, and I drove it to them. They were kind of far, but I mean, it was $64. I mean, it took me literally from the time I went to Bevmo to the time I got back to my house. I left at like 10:30. I got back to my house. I remember I got back to my house about like 11:15, 11:20. Literally like 50 to 40 fucking minutes or something like that. Like I was in that bitch. I got their fucking liquor for them, and Bevmo had it like ready. So like some Instacart orders, you be going in there finding everything. Some places, I guess they got the order ready. So they had like the order ready, man. I'm like, fuck, man. I made like $64 in an hour. This is the greatest job in the world. Yeah, that's how that shit goes, basically. From high to low to low to high. If I wasn't going to drink beer, I guess I could have kept Uber Eats driving and made money. But the dog kennel training him, I didn't want to leave him inside the fucking kennel all day for some shit job just to get high today. I'm like, I don't even care so much that it's 420. I can get high tomorrow. I get paid tomorrow. See, that's the thing is I get paid tomorrow, so it's like I can do whatever. That's like a full check until my wife and me get paid at the end of the month. It's gonna be my last check from Chick-fil-A. Actually, I'll have a small check coming to me still, which will be nice. But they'll pay me this full check, and then I'll get a small check for doing. Last week I did I did Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So they'll owe me a full check, and then they'll owe me a 1 week check. So tomorrow I'll get the full check, and probably 2 weeks later I'll get the 1 week check. That's how places like that like to do people like us, you know. If you quit on them, man, they get so fucking salty and butthurt. It is what it is, you know. I'm never gonna have the career that all y'all have. I'm never gonna be a lawyer or a doctor or a general or something prestigious where we can have this conversation in earnest. Okay, I did my time. I made my career. I've got my income. And in order to be drunk and high until I'm dead, all I gotta do is a little bit of Uber Eats driving or better. You know? So don't blame me. Blame your congressman. Blame your senator. You know what I mean? Like, fuck you. They love to fuck over the working man, okay? And let's be real. Do I have enough for like my whole family and myself? Shit, no. You know, I gotta work some kind of part-time job. But I do have income. You know.
If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gate.
Bro, that's cheers. Cheers, Metal. You feel me today, brother. When you're low on your coin like that, bro, versus being like all high and mighty, and this happened, you hear me bitching like this every fucking month right around this time. You're like, let me go see what Jim Bob's talking about. I bet you he's bitching about being poor, even though I see him buying all this shit off Amazon. That's right, because I buy all this shit off Amazon when I'm rich, and when I don't have money coming in. And you should see this house filled with fucking prepper food, filled with fucking water I ain't even drinking, filled with dog food the dog ain't even fucking eating, man. Fuck, man. And I'm over here buying Chick-fil-A to get the dogs some grilled chicken and myself some lunch the other day. Fuck, man. I wish I had that $170 just for today and yesterday. I could have been a king. And that's the problem, is I'm like the Joker. Bro, you can't give me money. Like, giving me a little bit of money is like giving me a lot of fucking money. Like, I'm a fucking pothead. I'm a drunk. You know, and the thing about weed and alcohol is not even really like all that much money. Like, you figure a way out to get drunk and high. Yeah, $208. See what I'm saying? And the thing is, you think, okay, I've got money to do it now, and then when you don't have money, that's where the money went to. Fucking Amazon, man. But I'm done doing Uber Eats driving. They'll not get me to drive my car around no more. Not for no $19 an hour, not for no 20. Because you're driving your car, you're paying the gas. You're making like 12 bucks an hour and shit. You know, figure your maintenance. Right? Figure maintenance costs. I gotta take this motherfucking car and do maintenance at the end of the month. I still gotta do that. Plus I gotta pay the car note. Apparently I didn't fucking pay it. I thought I had. Now Honda's like calling me and I'm like, oh, I guess I only paid a partial. And then I checked my records and I was like, yeah, you only paid them like fucking $100 because you're supposed to get your paycheck from your Chick-fil-A job and pay him the difference, and I never did. I just kind of splurged and had fun with my Chick-fil-A money because it's like too much, man. I'm laughing at myself because I feel like a fucking crackhead, you know? It's like, man, a little bit of my money gets you all happy. This is part of the problem where I do understand about living like a more self-sufficient lifestyle where you can, the things that you consume, whether it be energy, water, power, which is the same thing as energy, my bad, food, okay? Or even I was going to say self-security, okay? You consume that. You are a consumer. You consume that. Every day you need that. Every day you need electricity, some kind of electricity, if it's not gas or something, alright? Don't fuck with me. Burning wood, whatever. Alright, you need some kind of electricity to defeat the elements from the heat and the cold, right? You need food, you need water, and you need security. Now entertainment's nice if you got them other four things done, and you could build on the fifth one. That's cool. I like stacking comic books and other things that are cheap. That's like, I got no money, let me read something. You know what I mean? I got a bunch of DVDs and Blu-rays and shit. It's like I'm bored. Fuck. I couldn't afford Netflix this month. Oh my god! Like a millennial will freak the fuck out and sell his or her blood or its blood. Probably it's for a little bit of fucking Netflix money versus busting out some DVDs for the day. If you don't have enough DVDs and Blu-rays to make it through a whole 24 hours, you're not prepped. You know what I'm saying? Prepping, to me, that's where that kind of shit makes sense. On a financial aspect of it as well. It's like if I had a way to like fucking grow my own weed, or if I had a way to make my own beer, which, by the way, I have made my own beer before. It is cheaper to make your own, but that shit is a risk. And you need all kinds of room in your fridge. That's what a lot of people don't realize. You need all kinds of room. I made my own beer once. It got you drunk. It got you drunk. It was alright. It wasn't really good. It was alright. But yeah, I'm broke right now. I wish I had prepped up some beer and shit. And I might prep up my back fridge when I get paid at the end of the month. I might buy a shit ton of beer at like Costco or something. Right? Because that back fridge is now empty. I had soda in there, but I went through all the soda. And I had water in there, and I went through half the water. So there's some water. There's like three 3-gallons of water, and then it's empty. So I might fill that with beer. I might fill that little fridge with beer. Might be the smart thing to do. You know, I get money at the first of the month. I get paid, my wife gets paid. Then my wife gets paid on the 15th. Then I was getting paid on the in-between Thursdays from my new job, but I quit my new job like an asshole. It's still not enough. It's still not enough money. I still gotta work like all the fucking time. It's just crazy. You would think that
No, dear. The
if I
God
broke
belongs
down
to
my
us all.
financials for everyone, you would think
Life
that,
is
oh
the
my
gift
God,
of the
bro,
universe.
you have more
The
than
universe
enough, but
yields its bounty
it really isn't.
equally,
And
absent of
here's the kicker in the
prejudice.
nuts. Summer is coming. Fuck House Stark, bitch. This is House De La Rodriguez. Okay. De La El Rodriguez. Whatever. La El Rodriguez. Alright? Our fucking words are summer is coming. Oh
The
shit,
soil
it's
around the
here.
Vale went sour
What
years
does that
ago.
mean? That means I'm
But I
going
found
from
a way
paying
to sweeten
30,
tobacco.
50,
Secret
$80
recipe is
last
a
month for
little bit of elbow
electricity.
grease, a
I'm gonna
dash
be
of
pretty
love,
soon
and a
hitting
heaping
200.
pile of
Now I
special
won't hit the
fertilizer.
300 numbers anymore because I got a new AC system. That was smart of me. I recommend everyone buy, like I bought doors I couldn't afford, even if you can't afford it. Buy while you can buy things that the big ticket items like a dishwasher disposal, or buy something that you think that you can't get. Lockdowns are coming again. Let's not be kids. Let's not get kicked off YouTube for telling the truth. Probably. They're coming again.
Hobson,
You telling me they're not?
you here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile?
Tell me they're not. I
Let's
want to
hear
hear that. I want to hear
What's
how
Reed's
people
idea of
believe.
peace,
I
then?
want to hear what they believe. They don't believe in Jesus. But they believe lockdowns will never happen again. Fuck you. And I shouldn't have deleted that Uber Eats app, because that's like one of the ways you can get around the lockdowns is by being like, oh, I'm an Uber driver.
Like everything else
And
that comes
then,
out
you know,
eventually.
the cops
Take
can't
yourself
do
for
shit
a
to you.
minute.
But pretty soon, see, this
I and
time,
Mom are living just
the
fine out
Republicans
here
were all
by
caught off
ourselves.
guard, the liberals and the Democrats and everyone who is in on this
You're doing
conspiracy.
this
I'll
for
just
real?
call it a conspiracy just to be
Why?
open and clear with everyone. I don't got the proof. Or if you go say it's misinformation, fuck you. But basically, the
He's
Republicans
taking
all
you for
caught
a
off guard, and the
savior.
conservative
You're an
Christians, and even the
outsider,
liberal
and he's
Christians,
trying to use you
all
for his
caught
own
off guard. Even the
ends.
Muslims in this country that
If
pay
you're
their
going down to
taxes
the
and
plant,
want to live
you
peacefully
should
here,
divert
okay?
politics
Everyone
away
who was
from
on the
Edgewater
right side
and
of things,
toward
quote
our end of
unquote
the
right,
grid.
not left, was caught off guard by all this
You've
shit.
been liberating an
Alright?
entire
What does
town
that
from
mean?
lifetime
That
of
means,
service to that odious
um,
tyrant.
this
Seems
next
to
time
sort of seem
around,
a hero
these
would
cops
be.
gonna be ready, and they're gonna be bringing the you know, what do you want me to tell you? They're gonna be bringing that heat. They're gonna be bringing that, you know, pull the fuck over. Why are you outside of your home? This is Australia, not America anymore. Fuck you. Like, what do you want me to tell you? Like, you want me to lie to you? Tell you some shit I don't believe? You know what I mean? Like, tell you some shit I don't believe? I don't believe that we're gonna be left alone. I don't believe that that's the end of things. I don't believe that we've heard the end of this shit. We've only heard the beginning. We've barely heard the beginning. You know? I like the also, that's funny. Oh, now my wife calls me. That's so funny. I was gonna use that dead horse. That's so hilarious. Hold on a second. The hell? Hold on. Of course, you called me when it said it was beep. I just wanted you to remind them I'm gonna take Adelina tomorrow. Alright, bye. Fucking wife's being a bitch. Hilarious, because that's literally the next one to use. Fucking Joe Morgan, I swear. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. You know, it's like, what? I thought for sure you were gonna use that one. You know? You know what I mean? Joe Morgan got touched by like a priest or something like that. You know, I just wish I was that priest. Anytime I talk about religion, he gets so offended. But the thing is, see, that's the whole point. Obviously, he's the horse owner. He didn't get what I was saying. He's letting it affect him, which is what I want to have happen, which is the whole point. When you disciple, you're not just discipling to people. They're gonna drop down on their knees and start praising the Lord with you. Read the Bible. There's always gonna be opposition, especially to Jesus's message. Whoa, you over here preaching Jesus' message? You're using the name of Jesus? You know how many motherfuckers wanted to kill him? They didn't just want to kill him. They wanted to crucify him. Even when Pontius Pilate was going to deliver Jesus back onto them, they were like, no. We have a rule that we can't kill on the Sabbath. So you want the death penalty. Why? And Pontius Pilate was confused. He kept asking the Jews, why? Why you want me to do this? He kept asking Jesus, they call you the king of the Jews. Is it true? You know, I want to know why. Because any Roman who believed in the pagan gods that he believed in would realize, why is this so controversial? What's with such the emotional discharge? Oh, that's a gif I want to send to Joe Morgan. Emotional discharge. That's it. I hit it. I fucking hit that nail on the head, man. It's an emotional discharge. Hold on a second. I got this. Fucking emotional discharge, man. I'll just leave them at that. One gift to end the argument and let them go on about it for like a day, and then I'll be back and read what everyone says. That's the other thing too. I notice on Discord people have a hard time walking away and just being like, all right, well, I'll read what you said later. I don't give. I mean, do you really give a fuck? Especially if it's not like at you. Like if they haven't like added you specifically so that that's like known to everyone, hey, I'm talking to you and we all know it. I mean, otherwise you're just talking to me in front of everyone, and if I'm not there, then you're just talking about me in front of everyone. So that's the thing. It's like, can you not walk away from social media? No, these days it's hard. These days it's like, it's a trap. It's a little social media trap, right? They've got you where they want you. They've got you, instead of being in fellowship. Like, this is why I love it, because I'm the same way. Judge he who cannot, he that should not be judged, right? So basically, he who is without sin cast the first stone, right? I have judgments, I have sins. I'm just like everyone else on this social media. I'm the same way. I can't walk away from this stupid fucking game. You don't think that there was better shit I could be doing right now other than playing this stupid fucking game and drinking a beer and smoking weed and just talking random shit to my buddy Metal for breakfast? Of course there'd be better shit to do for a grown-ass man with family and bills crying about money. Do you not see the correlation, how we're the same? That's what's sad to me. It's like we'd be like talking about what kind of fucking cheese do you like and arguing about it, and there's someone over here who's like lactose intolerant, and it's just like, yeah, you two motherfuckers argue about it till you die. Go for it, you know? Make the world better for me. Make it a cheese-free world. You assholes arguing over fucking pepper jack versus cheddar, you know? And the result ends up being a cheese-free world. You get what I'm saying? The level of compliance through the communistic kind of community-based YouTube society, through the censorship algorithm, has created a environment. And I couldn't have said that any better than the way I just said it. Cheers, I'm gonna get another beer. Okay, I like that my analogy got through to you. That's basically what it is. A lot of times, too, when we talk about Christianity, what kind of Christian? Hold on a second. You could be believing some shit that I just do not agree with, but you still be a Christian, and so would I. That's one of them things, man, to just first and foremost, you know, what kind of Christian are you? You know, what kind? What kind? We got to get boggled down. Kind of like, well, I'm an American. Yeah? What kind of an American? What the fuck? What do you mean? What? Is there a difference from being from New York versus from being from Philadelphia versus from being from Phoenix? Sure, there's a difference. And that was kind of a trick question. That was kind of a trick statement, like, you know, like a trick question, because it's kind of like, well, yeah, of course, you know, taxes, accent, I don't know, local laws, magistrates, right? There's all kinds of differences.
Never heard anyone
Upbringings, churches, right? Lack of churches, whatnot.
Close enough.
But what does that have to do
I
about?
can't stop
What
you
does
from
those
conducting your
differences have to
business
do
down
with
the plant.
being
I
American?
just want you to know
Aha.
that if you take our power away,
Uh-huh.
you
Same
will
thing
fall
can be
into
applied to
our way of
Christianity.
life.
But we as disciples and witnesses
you
of
say
Jesus
that?
Christ and his living testimony and the word that's
I
in
labor
the
my
gospel
gardens.
have
I
to do the
fashion
hard work.
medicine from herbs
I
and
mean,
leaves.
honestly,
I nurse the sick to health
if
and
no
feed
one
the
ever
hungry.
did, we would not be.
This is my
I would not
home.
know the name.
It will
The
be
name
my
would have died
home
off
even
in
if Lee
history.
cuts our power.
You know,
Simple as
I'm
that.
sure. Just any example I give you is going to be a bad example because I know their name. But I'm sure if you didn't know the names of, let's say, some random people you might not know, Ariston. Aha. He was a king of Sparta. A lesser-known king. His father was
That's
who was
because
really
Lee was my
known.
boss.
But his father named
the
him
kingdom's
Ariston,
one
which
and only
means the
flavor
best
specialist,
of.
you
And
see.
his people
Remember
loved
that
King
we had
Ariston
ground
so much
white
that they
chocolate
allowed
salt
him
tuna?
to divorce his wife
was
several
all in.
times. I think he had 2 divorces, or maybe 1 divorce. But in Spartan culture, that was really frowned
My
upon.
son worked in
It
the
was really negative. They had a
When the
very
plague
strict
started
marriage
coming, he
law.
was one of the
They had a
first
very
to fall
strict
sick.
marriage ritual. You were allowed to
We had a
cheat,
store of
but you
medicine
weren't
right
allowed
there.
to get divorced,
Lee
you know.
refused to treat him.
But his wife
Said
wouldn't
my
give him
boy
any
didn't deserve
sons.
treatment.
Typically
Said the
that
medicine would have been
happens.
wasted on him. So I buried
You
my boy
know,
in the
for
cemetery,
various reasons,
gathered my
genetically.
belongings,
And the
left.
people said, hey, we love you so much, we loved your
Just
father so
understand
much,
this
we're going to let you divorce your wife. And then he ended up having a son. And I think his son was named Didactus. So,
Fish rods
if you didn't
from
know
the
about
head down.
Ariston,
I do
King
not blame
Ariston,
the town.
how
Lee
hard do you
hated
think
it.
he probably tried as a king for you to know his name? Right? This is what I mean. This is what I mean. If we don't do our part as disciples, if we don't bear witness, if we don't testify, especially where we're not popular, I mean, do you think that, like, Peter was popular? I mean, do you think that when the Romans put him in prison, he was like, I'm having a really good time discipling, you know, getting the word out? Why do you think that, like, Mormons and Jehovah Witnesses show up to your house in, like, a suit and tie and a bike? Do you think that you, like, especially in Arizona, or I guess someplace where you live it's snowing, do you think that you feel like getting dressed up and going outside today on a fucking bike and trying to save the world one house at a time, door-to-door salesman? No. You probably wouldn't even do that for money. If I gave you money to go be a door-to-door salesman, you'd probably say no. I know I've said no to a couple door-to-door salesman jobs, and they paid really good. You know, all you had to do was go door-to-door. It's not supposed to be a good time. It's not supposed to be a party, right? And it's not supposed to mean anything to anyone other than you. If people have a problem with your ministry or your discipleship or your fellowship or your testimony or with what you are saying, that is the whole point. They should. They should. Otherwise, you'd just be telling them shit they heard in church the other day, and you should be the priest or deacon or pastor and have your own clergy and have your own congregation. And that's what a lot of these people will make the argument with. Well, why don't you just go tell your own church-going folk this? That's not my job, is it? That's not what I've been charged with by Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, to do. What is this, Mine City and shit? There's all these fucking mines around here? Am I not allowed to go this way? Do you see that shit? I don't even know how to heal in this fucking game. I forgot. Don't be discouraged, my brothers and sisters. Never be discouraged. Okay? I do not know how. Okay, that's to heal. What does this do? Like, okay, so you hold it, and then what? During your adventures, things might happen to you could trigger a flaw afterwards. The flaw is optional. But Doing so provides you with a perk. The choice is yours. Okay. Drug addiction. I like it. Like, I like the flaws, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's do it. I don't care. Select a new perk. With the flaw, you get a new perk. Oh, shit. That is really good. I'll probably take that health bonus that I fucking passed on in the beginning for no goddamn good reason, really. Because a health bonus is 50% base, so yeah, that's really good. And here we are, addicted to drugs. This game is Outer Worlds. It's, again, more Bethesda, more of that world. You've even got like a kind of VAT system here where you slow things down. First person action, and of course I went with a melee character because I love in futuristic environments to go melee. It doesn't really play, and so that makes it for more of an interesting playthrough, I think. And at least, if anything, it's hard to make it play. Fuck you. When your health lowers, you get a slowdown time. Did I kill him or what? Seemed like I smacked him somewhere. I didn't even notice. I don't know what you said, no way to Metal for breakfast. I saw that a while ago, but I didn't want to stop ranting. I was like, when I get a good rant going, I don't know. I don't know where it's going to take me, how long it's going to be, or if it's going to be any good, you know? Yeah, I'll just take all of it. There's probably something good in here. I don't know... How many of those do I have? Fucking, like, none left? Eh. I don't know how many. I guess with no health, we'll save it at least. And then if it's a fuck up, we can just end the stream. And then I'm going to make myself a poor man's lunch, which is top ramen. Yeah. Going back on that, dude, that's so hard. It's a bitch. And so you see the conviction that that they have with their religion. I always found respect in that, whether they were Muslim, Jewish, even atheists, right? Latter-day Saints, Scientologists, conviction in your religion, the willingness to do a little research, to get involved with your community that you claim and learn what it is they're talking about, and to be able to challenge those that challenge you. I've always had respect for that. When I was in Afghanistan, me and these Muslims would go on for fucking ever. The ones that knew English, oh my god. All kinds of shit they would say. Like, oh, right before the resurrection, Jesus got taken into heaven, and so he got fucking, like, beamed into heaven, basically, or whatever. And I'm like, you believe all this good shit about Jesus, but then you talk shit about his mom. You say she wasn't a virgin. You put him as such a high prophet that he's beamed into heaven, which Muhammad wasn't beamed into heaven. Like, so I don't know. You know, what I could say is that I respect them having conviction in the fact that I'm not going to change their mind or persuade them. Now, 9 times out of 10, I'm not even trying to change their minds or persuade them. I'm just trying to talk my shit. And if you're going to say some shit to the shit I'm talking, then, you know, I should have just, like, sneak attacked that enemy. I didn't realize. I thought that they might have been, like, good guys or something. Yeah, I'm dead. Well, that's going to end this stream. I was just fucking around anyways, having a couple beers, kicking it with Metal for breakfast. This is called Outer World. It's kind of like a Fallout. It's kind of like... It's fun-ish. Clearly, I need to, wherever I saved it, turn tail and, I don't know, go run to the quest next time when I'm more sober. But, you know, I've got this nice cold beer in front of me. It's an okay game. It's alright with story. You have to really be in and be really wanting this. Here's the problem. I can look at all of these games and I can go back to Skyrim and I can almost guarantee you a better time playing Skyrim. Now that's a big issue. That's a really big issue. Even these murder on Industrial, you become a detective, and Peril on Gorgon, these little side quests they're giving you here, these DLCs. I don't see it being worth it. I've barely gotten through this game, barely leveled up. I don't see it being worth it to do the DLC. Again, modded out Skyrim would be better than this. I haven't seen this game on mods. I'm absolutely positive that if we were to play this game on mods on the PC, it would fucking blow your mind. The graphics are there, the screen, like the page outlays, you know, your status, your characters, your items, all that stuff. The quest layouts, the compass, the maps. There's a lot of things this game has going for itself that I could see in a modded out situation would be really good. But this is not a modded out situation. I don't want to buy the DLC. It has not impressed me enough. I like that it's space travel. Eventually, I think you get to go from planet to planet. And so conquering one planet and then going to a whole nother planet and flying back and forth for one reason or another, that might have some appeal if you get some kind of cool spaceship. I haven't gotten that far to see if that's what happens. I was kind of always hoping, but I don't think so. I think you're just kind of stuck on this world. And it is what it is, y'all. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Go out there and read one chapter and one verse of whatever Bible that contains the gospel of Jesus Christ that you want, and tell me there's not a way for all Christians to come together, crusade, and conquer this entire God-forsaken, hedonistic world.